Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. It is moving day once again today. I'm trying to get all the trees that are in the plant room outside. I've moved one of the tables from the plant room outside here, and I've set it up so it gets a lot of shade in this area. It's in shade all morning, and it's not until the sun goes past the pine tree here that it gets sun, and it's only for kind of the late afternoon. Then it goes back into shade. So I think, any trees from the plant room, when I bring them out here, will do all right. They won't get too much leaf burn on them. I've already brought some of the trees out. You can see here, this is my monkey ear tree, and you can see how tall it's grown. It's really, really grown. And then there's some of the hibiscus from Hawaii, my bullhorn acacia, and a ficus down here. So all these trees, some of them have a little bit of scale on them, so I've got them on this bench. I'm going to treat them with the soap and water, and then I'll move them over to the shade bench over here. I've got the water barrel out of the plant room. We did get rain the other night. My cube filled up 3/5 of the way. So I've got over 150 gallons, or about 600 liters. So that's pretty good. And it might rain again tonight, so that might fill the rest of the cube up. That'd be awesome. So here in the plant room, I'm working away, trying to empty it because I want to work on the plant room this summer. So you can see I still have a lot of trees in here. I've got all my stands, I've got lights, I've got another bench here that I can move out. So this one's the same as the other bench, so it's going to go right beside it. And then under this bench, the one against the window, I've got all my pots stored underneath there. So yeah, there's a lot of kind of valuable stuff in this room. But my first priority is to get this bench out and all my plants outside. It's a warm day in the greenhouse today. Let's go in and have a look. So I've got Mr. going here, misting my ficus, and it keeps the air nice and humid, cools the air a bit because this water is from the cube, which is nice and cool. What was I going to show you? The temperature. Yeah, it's 30, what is that? I don't know, 36, about 36, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. My other one, when it gets too warm, it goes all funny. So very, very humid in here. It feels like a sauna, actually. But the plants like it. I just, keep rotating my mister, keep them misted and cool. And they're growing really, really well in here. They're just like super. And it's probably all fogged up, this lens, yeah. Okay, let's head back outside. So Tom from the YouTube channel, Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors, has sent me 2 fans, solar-powered fans. There's the unit here, which is blowing really, really well. And I have the solar panel outside here. So it gets full sun on the solar panel. And they just wail when the sun comes out. You can feel the breeze like really strong. And then the other one I have is over here. I mounted it to a board, and that's the one where one of the blades got damaged. And it's a little wobbly, but I balanced it the best I could, and it's not bad now. And it provides a nice breeze in here. So because the one blade was damaged, Tom was nice enough to send me a new unit, a waterproof fan set. So let's get that out and have a look at it. I've got the fans here on the bench, so let's get them out. Or fan, I should say. So here it is. So you get a fan unit, Alta Solar, a DC brushless fan. Looks really, really nice. So that plugs in to the solar panel, which is here. So there's the solar panel, and Tom said this solar panel is powerful enough that it should work in the shade. So let's try it out, because I'm in the shade here, and it's got an on-off switch here, and you can unplug it. So here I go, turning it on. There it goes. Well, it puts out a good amount of air, even in the shade. Let's try it out in the sun next. So right now, even though this is in the shade, it is putting out a lot of air. Let me just try and show you. Here's a piece of paper. So you can see it's putting out a lot of air. And that's in the shade. Let's go to the sun now. All right, I'm in the sun now. There's clouds closing in fast, so. Wow. That is, you can see it, you know, the leaves in the background. It's like a leaf blower almost. Like it's really powerful. You can see when I put my hand here, it moves the fan a bit. So it doesn't make too much difference the angle. But if you block part of it, it slows down. But the angle didn't seem to make much difference. So that is really, really strong. That is incredible. That'll be great for the glass greenhouse. So to prevent any damage happening to these fan blades, they give you these covers that go in the front of the fan and behind, steel protective guards, and a hardware kit to put those in place. So I'm going to do that next. So I'll need a Phillips screwdriver and a little wrench to hold the nuts, and then I'll tighten those in place. So that's what I'll work on next, because I don't want this fan blade to get damaged like the last one. It's kind of nice having solar power in your greenhouse. You know, the only time I need the fan on is when the sun comes out, and that's when the solar fans kick in. So it's perfect for a greenhouse. Maybe someday, you know, I'll advance the greenhouse to have more solar power in it. Maybe a solar power heater for the nighttime, so it charges up in the daytime and then runs off a battery at night. That would be kind of fun to try. And I know solar power isn't the answer for everything, but there's manufacturing costs in the solar panel. But, you know, I think overall it ends up being more environmentally efficient than using electricity from nuclear plants or gas plants. I think it's just a little better in the long run, I hope. Okay, so I just have to get a screwdriver and tighten these up. All right, I've got the world's smallest adjustable wrench, a screwdriver, make sure it fits. And it does. I don't know if I need the wrench, if I can just tighten it here. I think I can. I can just tighten it right here. The nuts aren't going around. The nuts kind of had a backing that stops them turning. A serrated back on them. There, it is tight now. Let's try it on now and see if it's working. That works really well in the shade. It's amazing. That's a good solar panel. And it's waterproof. This whole thing is all waterproof. That's amazing. That works really well. Thanks a lot, Tom. Now I've got to mount it in the greenhouse somewhere. I was looking around for a place to mount the solar panel. I was thinking outside. If you look up here, you can see the greenish yellow color of the glass on top of the greenhouse. That is all pollen. And it's coming from these pollen cones on this white pine. I don't know if you can see them, but all the branches are covered with pollen cones. And I know it'll turn like my bench just yellow when it all falls. And every time the wind comes, it blows all this pollen in the air. And you can kind of see this cloud drifting across this black background sometimes. So yeah, a lot of pollen coming down from there. Ideally, I want the solar panel mounted somewhere around here. Like I could mount it to this rail, maybe run the cable, the cord into the greenhouse there and have the fan kind of somewhere. Or I could have it like inside behind the glass, which isn't as efficient, but still not bad. On the end of the bench here, maybe. I got to think about this. If you're interested in a fan like this, it's called Alto Solar, and it came from Amazon. Brushless solar fan. So that's where it came from. I've got the solar panel in place here. So here it is here. I don't know if this is the best location for it. I may change it. There's all that pollen. Let's go inside. I'll show you where it is. So I was able to just tuck it up under that cross brace there, so it's held in place. And then I have the fan running down here. So it's pumping out a nice cool breeze there. Yeah, so that's working really well. I can feel the breeze from over here. So that's really nice. And I could maybe turn it a bit so it's kind of circulates the breeze around the room more. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, so there we go. So that solar fan, whenever the sun's out and it's warm in the greenhouse, that'll just turn on automatically, provide a nice breeze in the greenhouse here. I do have an electric fan down here, but you know, if I get enough solar fans, I won't need the one down here at all. I'll turn the misting fan back on now. So here goes the misting unit, the pumps, and then the fan, which blows it way over onto the trees. So it's cooled down a lot in the greenhouse now. It is 30 degrees Celsius. So getting into the more comfortable range. It's kind of clouded over. There's going to be rain coming tonight. But yeah, the solar powered fan is still working, even though it's clouded over. It's working fantastic. I got some other presents in the mail the other day. Will from Sacramento, California, sent me some bristlecone pine seeds. From Will, Pinus longaiva, Great Basin bristlecone pine. So that's cool. Soak in water, let stand in water for 24 hours. No stratification required. Sow seeds 1/8 of an inch deep. Tamp the soil. Mulch the seed bed. So that is going to be exciting, planting bristlecone pines. I also got some sycamore seeds from Gavin in the UK. So here they are here. He's not sure how they'll survive Canadian winters. They might need protection in the winter. He says they can tolerate as low as -15. Some say -30 in the ground, but in a bonsai pot or a pot, you'd have to protect them. So I would say, you know, try and keep them around the freezing mark. So let's get these seeds soaking in water. Gavin also sent me some nylon screening. He uses this as screen in the bottom of his pots. So it's like a fine nylon mesh. Quite nice. So I can either use that as a shade screen or as a mesh in the bottom of the pot. So thanks, Gavin. I'll put the bristlecone pines in this cup here. So let me just get some water in there. And I'll get some water in the tray for the sycamore seeds. Keys. That should be enough. All right, let's get these bristlecone pine seeds soaking. And how long are you supposed to soak them for? 24 hours. So I'm going to plant, there's not a whole lot of seeds in here, so I'm going to plant them all. If there's more seeds, I'd hold some back, maybe give some away, but I don't have a whole lot in here. So in they go, just like that. So those are the bristlecone pine seeds. I'll give you a close-up of them. So here's a close-up look at the seeds. Tiny seeds. All right, let's get these sycamore seeds soaking now. So there's a lot of sycamore seeds in here. So there's what they look like. They're a winged, we call them keys, maple keys. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. There's a lot of them here, more than I expected. I should have held some back. I will. I can give some away to people. So I don't need that many sycamores. So I'll get those soaking. And yeah, I think 24 hours for these two. So on tomorrow's video, we can get these planted. I've got 2 pots here picked out for planting these seeds. 2 here, and if I need a third, I've got it there. So thanks very much, Gavin and Will, for those seeds. There's never any guarantees with seeds, but if they germinate and begin growing, you'll see more of them on the channel. So thanks a lot. It is getting very dark out. It looks like rain is on the way. So I'll keep moving trees out to this new bench here, this shade bench, as long as I can. And when the rain comes, that'll be it for today. Well, I now officially have all my trees from the indoors on the outside benches. So the plant room is cleared of trees. The basement's cleared of trees. I can start working on the plant room now. So here's a look at the latest bench here. It's not very full, but yeah, I got my bougainvillea out, my Delonix regia, whole bunch, my money tree. The Jerusalem thorns, there's only 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 that survived. The rest died over the winter. My silver wattle is doing really well up here. Over on this bench, I have a few more trees out. I have my silk floss tree out, the Ming Aurelia, my yellow hibiscus. I think that's about all the new ones there. I did move some of the smaller trees into the greenhouse here on the benches here. So it's pretty full in the greenhouse here, both the floor and the tops here. So yeah, really humid in here. It's like a sauna. It's fantastic. So the temperature's cooled down. It's about 27 or 28 degrees in here now, but it's still very, very humid. I was very happy to get all my trees out of the plant room finally. I've got a lot of cleanup to go in there. I've got to move all my pots out and my stands. So lots of work to go before the construction continues in the plant room. I want to thank Tom once again for that solar-powered fan. It's really cool. It's working away in the greenhouse as we speak. That's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.